Arsenal predictions for the return of the Premier League. Lads, what can I say but the moment has arrived. The moment that all Arsenal fans, the moment that all football fans in the world have waited for. The Premier League is officially due to return on June the 17th, less than 2 weeks away. I cannot wait. But yeah lads, of course with the Premier League returning behind closed doors, let's just say a lot of things are still to be played for. In terms of the Premier League title, let's get it straight, no one really cares about it because we all know Liverpool are going to win, who cares? But what people really will care about is the race for the Champions League places. Of course in terms of the Champions League, Arsenal have not been in it since 2017, and let's just say our return to Europe's greatest competition is well and surely overdue. And despite Arsenal being 9th place, which I still can't believe I'm saying, we're only 8 points off Chelsea in 4th and 5 points off Man United in 5th. Add that to the fact that Arsenal have a game in hand as well, and let's just say lads, the race for the Champions League is most certainly not over. It ain't over till it's over. So with that being said guys, let's get into this video and allow me to give you my Arsenal predictions for the return of the mighty Premier League. Lads, I'm gassed, let's get into this video. What else can I say but lads, it is back! The Premier League football is back and I cannot wait. 2 weeks, bring in one lads. Yo, what's going on guys? My name is Special Team, welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, we are back again with a brand new video. And sorry to disappoint a few of you guys, but this isn't a transfer video. Unbelievable scenes, Jeff! In terms of the video itself lads, I'm going to give you my Arsenal predictions for the return and what will happen before the end of the Premier League season itself. And the key word there lads is predictions. So if in 2-3 months time, yeah, Arsenal haven't finished in Champions League places, don't come back to this video and start blaming me for it. Blame the Arsenal players for it. I don't play for Arsenal, I talk about Arsenal. Subscribe to Arsenal E. But with that being said guys, before we get into the video itself, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video. If you'd like to smash 100 likes for the Premier League returning, make sure to go down there and smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new on the 10,000 subscribers, and lads, we are only 500 away, so please do subscribe to the channel. Also lads, massive announcement for myself. I have been put in the finalist for the Football Content Awards. Long story short lads, this is basically, you know, the Oscars of the football content creators, and you know what, to be in the first place, it's pretty gas. But this is where I need you guys to come in clutch for your boy. I want you guys to go down into the description, hit the link for the FCA voting page where you can go and vote for me for best young content creator at an organisation. Oh, and the actual event itself is going to be held at Tottenham's New Ground, and lads, as Arsenal fans all know, we won the league at White Hart Lane, so let's win the FCA at White Hart Lane, or whatever it's called now. Make sure to also comment below your thoughts on the video and the predictions I give, and also as always, also subscribe to The Offsiders. And with that being said guys, let's stop talking and let's get into this video and allow me to give you my Arsenal predictions for the return of the Barclays, I mean just the Premier League, no longer Barclays. I'm sorry about that lads. I am just way too guys. Let's get into this. Now the first thing that I am predicting lads is Arsenal are gonna get Champions League football. Oh my god, Babs, you just said that right now. That is right ladies and gentlemen, I have gone out there and I am putting my neck on the line. I still firmly believe Arsenal have it in them to finish in the Champions League places. Did I actually just say that? Now of course this clip will come back to bite me in a few weeks time, but you know what, I don't really care. I'm just too gassed for the return of the Premier League. Just allow me lads. But in terms of me and why I think Arsenal can make that last minute run into the Champions League places, I think it's simple lads. In terms of our current league position lads, of course we're in 9th place and that obviously isn't great to hear. But in terms of the points that we're off currently, Chelsea in 4th place, we're only 8 points off. And if you add that to the fact that we also have a game in hand, which is also against Manchester City, if Arsenal were to win that game in hand lads, that makes us 5 points behind 4th place. Now that is still a decent gap, but at the same time lads, it's not something that's unsurmountable. So for me lads, in terms of Arsenal making it into the Champions League places, for me lads, it massively depends on Arsenal beating Manchester City. And that is something that we haven't done in the Premier League since 2015. Oh boy. And it's not the fact that we also have got Man City lads, we also have a few very hard games as well. Arsenal still have to play Wolves away, which is, you know, the fact that it's away doesn't really matter anymore because, you know, with no fans being there's not going to be a home advantage. We still have to play Tottenham in the North London derby as well. And also lads, we've got a game against the to-be champions Liverpool. But of course Liverpool most likely winning the Premier League by the time that game comes around. I think that game's not going to be that hard. Fingers crossed, I'm just saying that right now. But yeah, to put it straight lads, we don't actually have the easier run of games. We also have to verse quite a few relegation teams who are going to be fighting for their lives, so that's not going to be easy either. So the real question is, what on earth am I thinking that Arsenal can get into the Champions League places? Well, hear me out lads. I think a massive reason to why I think Arsenal can get into the places lads is simply because of the return of players from injuries. Now in terms of the Arsenal squad itself, if you look at players when they're fully fit, we don't have that bad of a squad, and we certainly don't have a squad that should be in 9th place in the Premier League. So for me lads, lads, if you take into account the players that will be returning from injury, with an example being man like Kieran Tierney, Arsenal most likely will have a full strength squad there, and there are definitely players they're able to get us into the Champions League places. And also part of me thinks that this whole coronavirus break might have come as a positive for Arsenal, because what it would have done is it would have eliminated any sort of momentum any other team around us had. And it's not just that, lads, but it's also given Mikel Arteta a very precious time to talk to his players one-on-one, talk to them about football tactics and how he wants them to play, and most importantly teach Godder and Mustafi how to defend. It is possible, Squadron. And that of course is something that Arteta just simply has not had time for. Of course, he came into Arsenal deep into December and straight away was thrown into the deep end. You got Chelsea at home, United at home, all these away games. It was never easy for Arteta to settle in. So fingers crossed, part of me thinks that with this break in this coronavirus and the 3 months or 2 months that we've had, my hope is that Mikel Arteta has been able to get through to some of his players and teach them the tactics and the way he wants them to play. Because all you have to do is look into how much Arsenal improved since he's come in, and that was all before the break and before he had time to one-on-one coach his players. Potentially, lads, we could be looking at a very vast improvements. Now, don't take my word for that, because I'm not saying Arsenal are going to come back and instantly become Premier League title winners. But what I am saying is I'm hoping that Arteta's one-to-one coaching would have got through to some of these players, and so the players have a better understanding to how Arteta wants them to play. So I personally do believe with this break, it might have just come as a positive for Arsenal. And finally, lads, and another reason why I think Arsenal can get into the Champions League places is the fact that Man City are banned from Europe next season. And of course, that is not all confirmed yet, but it is most likely going to happen. And if it was to happen, what that would mean for the Premier League is that 5th place would also then get into the Champions League next season. And so as I mentioned at the start of the video, lads, we're only currently 5 points off 5th place in Man United. So hypothetically speaking, lads, if Arsenal were to somehow win that game, are you really telling me you're going to discount Arsenal 2 points off 5th place Man United? Anything is possible, lads. And so yeah, lads, that is my first and most bold prediction of the video. I believe that Arsenal have the capabilities and the facilities to get into the Champions League places. As I said, lads, this clip might bite me in a few weeks time, but you know what, it is what it is. I'll put my neck on the line of what you can see through this double chin. And yeah, lads, I believe Arsenal can make it into the UEFA Champions League. Please, 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 don't let this clip become a meme. I'm begging you guys. On to my second prediction, lads, and that is I think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is going to sign a new contract. Hashtag Bav sources have spoken. I mean, to be honest, the sources are mainly the voices I hear in my head. Shout out to Randy Orton. But to be honest with you, lads, I honestly think there's a real good chance of Aubameyang signing the team. And the reason why I say that is because in this whole, coronavirus period, I've come to a very good conclusion. Where is exactly Aubameyang going to go? Because if you look into the clubs that Aubameyang would want to go to, most of them don't really make sense. I mean, let's start off with Real Madrid. Why on earth would Real Madrid want to sign a player who's entering his 30s when they've obviously just signed Luka Jovic for £50 million? And let's move on to Barcelona. Why on earth would Barcelona want to sign Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang at the age of 30 when they've just signed Antoine Griezmann in the last transfer window for a very, very high amount of money? And this is also the same Barcelona that are looking to move on Ousmane Dembele and Felipe Coutinho, both players who they both spent £100 million for each together. So Barcelona are not in the financial position to be spending a lot of money on a 30-year-old player. So for me, that rules them out as well. And then if you were to look past the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid, the rest of the teams are not that much of a kick up to Arsenal. It does not make sense to me. Comment below what club do you think Aubameyang would go to if he was to leave Arsenal. I want to know, because I really can't see any club which it just makes sense for them to sign him. Now, of course, a massive variable to why Aubameyang would stay at Arsenal would be Champions League football. Now, of course, in my last prediction, I did say that, do you know what? I think Arsenal can make the Champions League. However, lads, hypothetically speaking, if Arsenal were not to make the Champions League, then we can say bye-bye to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So for me, Arsenal, lads, it is very, very simple. You make a last-minute charge into the Champions League places, you get into the Champions League, and you keep man like Aubameyang. You don't make it, and then you end up with Danny Welbeck back on loan. But also at the same time, lads, hypothetically speaking again, if Arsenal were to make the Champions League, then lads, it's a completely different scenario. For the life of me, I would not understand why Aubameyang wants to leave a club where he's settled in London, settled in the country, settled in the city, he's got the Lamborghinis to shuffle, he's the Arsenal captain, the fans absolutely adore him. So why on earth would then Aubameyang want to completely move cities or move countries? Unless he's going to Chelsea, by the way, which if you're doing it, Aubameyang, then yo, just calm down for a second. But yeah, if you look into every single factor, lads, if Arsenal can make the Champions League, Aubameyang is staying at Arsenal. You heard it here first. Over to you, Arsenal, and go and make the Champions League places. Like where KFC, go for it, mate. It's all over to you, lads. Moving on to the third prediction, lads, and that is going to be Bukayo Saka will also sign a new contract. Hashtag Bav Saucy striker again. The voices in my head are really getting loud nowadays. Now, in terms of Bukayo Saka, lads, we already know that Saka's contract is due to expire in the next summer. And let me just get one thing straight, Arsenal. Bukayo Saka is a must-stay for Arsenal. We need him to sign that contract. After all, the man is a massive part to the future of the Arsenal. The man can play left back better than Roberto Carlos. He can play left wing better than Cristiano Ronaldo, and the man is overall a very good player. I mean, of course, he came into the Arsenal first team, and you know, he's not even a left back. He's never played in his career, and then just out of nowhere, just walks into that position with injuries to Kieran Tierney, etc., and plays like the man is playing at his local power league. The man has no bounds to the talents he has. I think he's also got over 10 goal contributions, which certain of the Premier League youngsters can't even get to that level. And to be specific, lads, I'm talking to you, Callum Hudson-Odoi. So yeah, in terms of Bukayo Saka and Arsenal, it's simple. Sign him to the contract. As Rio Ferdinand famously said, put the contract on the table, put whatever numbers he wants to put on there, and sign that contract. Once again, Arsenal, it's over to you. It's time to do the contract. Sign the thing, Bukayo. And finally, lads, my fourth final prediction, and that's going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is going to win the Golden Boot. Again, lads, I'm going to say it right now, you heard it here first. Now, of course, this is something that doesn't really matter, but at the same time, lads, if Aubameyang is to win the Golden Boot, that kind of does mean that Arsenal get the goals to get into the Champions League place as well, so it does matter. Now, in terms of the race for the Golden Boot itself, right now, Aubameyang gets 2 goals off Jamie Vardy, but he also has a game on hand on Jamie Vardy. Well, with Arsenal's games coming thick and fast and being very hard, why exactly do I think Aubameyang can win the Golden Boot? I think the reason why I think Aubameyang can win the Golden Boot is mainly due to the fact that I think he's going to be inspired to get Arsenal into the Champions League place. After all, he was that guy who had that opportunity to send Arsenal through to the next round of the Europa League, and he missed it. So with him being the Arsenal captain, I think he needs to step up to the plate, and I think he will need to be the guy to get Arsenal goals as he has done so far in his Arsenal career. And so I think a fully inspired Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for me easily walks to that Golden Boot mark. And after all, lads, let's not forget the man is used to winning this award. He won it over Lewandowski in the Bundesliga. He beat the likes of Kane and Aguero in the Premier League. Aubameyang is a proven Golden Boot winner. But according to certain man, he's the guy who needs Jamie Vardy. Well, have a bit of this, the lads. Aubameyang 2019-2020 Golden Boot incoming. You heard it here first. And if it doesn't happen, then, you know, just forget I said that. And it's the same with the rest of this video, lads. If it doesn't happen, don't come back to this video, because, you know, I wasn't here. See you later, lads. Well, with that being said, guys, we are going to end the video there and there. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, it's a bit different. Make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are 500 subscribers off the 10,000 mark. We've been working for a while. We've been uploading for so long, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments on the video itself, the predictions that I have given. Also, give me your predictions and what you think can happen before the end of the Premier League season. Also, lads, if you guys could vote for me for the FCAs, the links will be in the description. It will be massively appreciated. You know, your boys work so hard. Make sure to also follow my social media and subscribe to the Offsiders as well. All links will also be in the description. But with that being said, guys, we shall end the video there and there. In today's video, lads, I have given you my Arsenal predictions for the return of the Premier League. So if this thing doesn't happen and, you know, these predictions go wrong, then just forget this ever happened. I'll see you next time in a bit.